I'm going to show you how to make a custom stencil for powder printing. And this is a piece of art, a photograph that was found online, printed it out, and now I'm going to outline this just so that it's easy to see when I go to trace it onto the plastic carrier sheet that our stencil will be made of. So just a quick outline to heavy this up just a little bit. There's no contrast here, so this is going to make it easier working on translucent white material. Okay, tracing's done. This is stencil material that I got at one of the big hobby shops, and we'll provide a link for it in the notes at the bottom. This is really hard to see.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna make do. As long as you're gonna tape this down so it doesn't slide and outline it. Okay, there's our shape. So this comes off, and in front of me is a piece of float glass, and that will be the surface that we do our cutting on. This is a hot knife that comes from a company called Walnut Hollow, and we'll put a link in the notes for you. It has a really nice temperature control unit and several different blades that it comes with. And this is what I use to cut this plastic. It's a slow process. If you try to hurry it along, you get some uneven lines, you get some little jagged edges that you probably don't want. I like this because it's a thicker plastic than a lot of stencils come in. It is stiff and will hold its shape when you go to lift it up from your shelf after you put your powder on. I like the way it cuts, and I like the way it gives me an edge so that I can determine how thick my powder is. I don't like the way this smells. So it gives you a pretty smooth line. Operator error. So you just take your time with this. I sort of don't know what to say right now.
I'll probably cut a lot of it.
Okay.
We can use it for our bloopers file.
Yeah. Or you can do one of those, you know, super quick, speed it up kinds of things, or you can dissolve.
I do like the speeded up on this. This will be fun.
I just don't have anything more to say about it right now.
You talk about the different ways of cutting a stencil. Like,
Oh, okay. Some people use an X-Acto knife to cut a stencil. This material's a little thick for that, but I know artists who have really good luck cutting old file folders with an X-Acto to get stencils for powder.
also Cricut.
You can also use a Cricut or a Cameo machine to do custom stencils. You feed it an EPS file or an SVG, and it will automatically cut those for you. So if you need things that are complicated or big, an investment in that kind of machine might be a good thing for you.
And another one, pause before you talk about it. The other one would be the inside cuts. Like you can't have things in the middle.
Oh, okay. Good point. So when you're doing stencils, you're kind of limited to the outside shape only. If there were little voids or holes in here, I would have to ignore that because there's no way to keep those intact when you actually use this as a stencil. Oh, sounds like I know what I'm doing.
A little bit this direction if you can. Just kind of, like actually kind of move towards the middle of the board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
perfect.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just remove it from the backing. Resist the urge to tear at it. I'm going to go back in and hit that line again. Oh, that took care of it. This is our stencil.
Kind of show it, but come more towards the center of the board. Like actually, yeah, right there. Perfect.
I usually powder on the reverse side. It seems to be a cleaner edge all the way around. And what I like to do now is make a couple of little handles for this. So this is just heavy paper, probably about the weight of a file folder. And I just fold it and make little handles for two opposite corners. Here's my trusty glue gun.
Hold right there, just for a second. Kind of going back on reaching. Okay, we're good.
Are you good?
Yep.
Okay. Close that up. And then a little glue on each of these legs.
Perfect.
Here's our stencil. Pick it up like so. It's stiff enough to hold its shape. It won't collapse on you. And you'll be able to use this as many times as you please.